Arsenal going to Villa Park this weekend. Will they get anything? We're going to take a look at that and much more. And we are live. Hey, I'm still playing around. Of course, it is match number 16. It is the Premier League, and it is this weekend, spicy weekend to look forward to. Some zinger, chicken dinner games, and we'll get to that in just a second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe button, bang it. All things Rovers related, Premier League related, world football related. We're all here, boys. Under Warren Ruski, that's right. What a game it was at Villa Park. Of course, Man City was second best. Of course, not only did they lose, but they lost in style. That's why Villa looking the real bloody deal. But can Arsenal get anything this weekend? We're going to take a look at all of it in a second. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. And again, if you are new, where have you been? Make sure you subscribe because I'll pop in 78% of you are unsubscribed. We're going to get to the picks in just a second. Of course, get the YouTube algorithm work for you. That is right. So recapping the results, and of course I'm going to ask you your live picks right here, right now in the chat to see what you think will happen this weekend. But we'll get to those shortly, recap the games that of course were this week in a busy week over in the Premier League. So these are the games that were passed, and my picks on the right-hand side. If you've not seen me before, this is of course what we do around here. So Wolves did beat Burnley. I'm very happy with the result. Thrilled, if I could say so myself. 1-0 it was. I went with a draw myself. Meanwhile, Arsenal with a thriller against Luton. I predicted a 3-0 win for them, but they got 4 goals, but Luton got 3 as well. Not too shabby there. David Raya having a nightmare. Meanwhile, Brighton did beat Brentford 2-1. Got one spot on the nose. Fulham 5-0 demolition job over Forest. I got that one spot on as well. Close to the money as well. Meanwhile, Liverpool did beat Sheffield United now under Chris Wilder once again. Bournemouth with a big 2-0 away win against Palace. They are moving slowly in the right direction, aren't they? Bournemouth Palace going the other way. Villa 1-0 winners over Man City. I did call a win here. I did predict a win. 2-1 I was my pick. Manchester United picking up a 2-1 win over Chelsea. I went with a 3-0 win. Everton 3-0 win over Newcastle United. I did think I said something in the pick last time around that I did expect that Everton could give them a game. And not only did they that, they put a bit of a benchmark to maybe showcase the clubs above them that they're not a relegation team, no matter what the table does suggest. And then Spurs shit the bed even against West Ham United. 2-1 away win for them. I went with a 3-1 win myself. So not, a little bit good, a little bit bad for me in the picks. This is what the table looks like right here, right now. Arsenal are top table by 2 points. Villa in third now, within striking distance of getting into that top 2. City 6 points the difference between themselves and top dog. Arsenal going down, Luton, Burnley and Sheffield United. Or, of course, that is a little bit of a false snowman there. Everton are actually down. They're actually out of the drop zone, according to my eyes. I think they're in 17th spot. But Forest are in trouble. We'll have a closer look at all that in a minute. Of course, we're going to take a look at the Super Brew. And in the chat, James says, show him what he looks like on the Super Brew. Well, we're going to have a look at the Super Brew right about now. Hopefully you can see it on the screen. If not, I'm not on the right screen. So let's get into it right here, right now. This is a recap of what's going on in the Super Brew. So the Beast kicking ass and taking ace, 13.5 points this past week, alongside their Gaffer. He's up there with 13.5 as well. I am down there in 10.5 points, a little bit off the money. I think I checked in on that on after Wednesday's games, and I haven't moved since. So not a great Thursday for me on this one, but I'm moving in the right direction. We'll take a look at it in a second, of course. If you do see a name in there, make sure you smash your like, smash your subscribe, of course, as we are going to take a long hard look at this right now. Let's go for the leaderboard then. I am into 29th spot right here, up 7 spots. I'm a big mover into the power 30. The Beast, though, up 6 spots to 21 in the table. The top table looks like this. Lewis R, Vinny Hong, Taya B, not moved in the past week. Alex Weller up 2 to number 4 though, and Vindaloo Victory up 6 to number 11. Breaking into the top 10 is on the horizon for him. Again, if you do see a name in there, make sure you smash your subscribe, smash your thumbs up, smash the little bell. Of course, those are the results with the Super Brew. We are now going to get into the next round of games. That's right, can match this coming weekend. I think it all kicks off tomorrow, so we'll see about the. So these are the games, and I'm going to try and be a little bit interactive here. Of course, ask you in the chat, but also if you are a little bit shy, a little bit bashful, I'm also going to chuck a poll out there. So you're going to be quick on the money with the poll. So let's get into the first game, which I do believe is Crystal Palace up against Liverpool. So let's jump into the event on that one then, shall we? Of course, they are looking almost over at Selhurst Park on Saturday, early kickoff. Of course, thrilled to bits is Jurgen Klopp. 32 times they have played each other since 1994. We have got 7 wins for Palace, 20 wins for Liverpool, and got 5 draws over the last 32 matches. 3-1 win, the biggest for Palace, won 34 goals in 32 games, 1.06 goals a game on average. Klopp boys, those 7-0 their biggest win over Palace, 68 goals scored in 32 games, 2.13 goals on average for the visitors. They're unbeaten in the last 5, 65% form for them right now. Second in the table with 34 points on the board. Against Palace, just 1 win in 6, 25% form for them, 14th in the table and 16 points on the board right now. Last round at Selhurst Park, it was a 0-0 draw back in February 2023. The odds, though, on this one, 5-1 is your Palace, 2-1 on is your Liverpool. They are red hot favourites, and 7-2 is the draw. We got 1 vote in the chat, and that went for Liverpool, of course. We're going to end the poll right there. And James Peterson says, I do remember the 7-0 win on this one, but going to go with, on this scoreline for me, going to go with a 3-1 win for Liverpool on this to take it to the house. Can I do? I don't think I can do the next. We're going to skip the interactive stuff. Just chuck it in the chat, and that will be best for me to read that way. Meanwhile, Brighton against Burnley, of course, over at the Anex. Of course, love to see a home win on this one, won't I? Played each other 24 times, these two sides, since 2002. We've got 6 wins for Brighton, 6 wins for Burnley, and 12 draws, the biggest win. For Brighton was a 2-0 win. They got 23 goals in 24 matches, 0.96 goals a game. Up against Burnley, their biggest win was a 3-0 win. They've also got 23 goals in 24 games, 0.96 goals a game on average as well. 17% form for Burnley right now, just 1 win, 6. They are 19th with 7 points on the board. Up against Brighton with 25 points, down 75% form for them, just 1 defeat in the last 6 games as well. Last time around, though, in Brighton, there was a 3-0 win for Burnley. In fact, the home side hasn't won this game since Burnley beat Brighton back in 2018 over at Turnmore. But the odds for this one, we have Brighton 2-1 on, but 2.50 to 4 is the draw. 5-1 is your away winner here. Of course, which way are you guys going to go on this one? Let me know in the chat. I am going to go with a 2-0 win for Brighton, comfortably done. And of course, keeping Burnley where they belong, in the drop zone. That's right. Moving forward, it's Fulham. It is West Ham United. It's a bit of a London affair, of course. James FC with a 2-0 win on the previous one. So we got Fulham up against West Ham, both big winners this past week. This takes place on Sunday, December the 10th. Played each other 31 times, 2001. We've got 5 wins for Fulham, 18 wins for West Ham, and we've got 8 draws as well. Biggest win for Fulham was a 3-0 win. They got 30 goals in 31 games, 0.97 goals a game on average for Fulham. The visitors, West Ham United, 3-0 win was also the biggest. Got 48 goals in 31 games, 1.65 goals a game on average. West Ham, though, 92% form for them right now. They are red hot, 5 wins in the last 6. They are 9th in the table with 24 points on the board. Who said get rid of Moyes? Goodness gracious me. Meanwhile, Fulham, 3 wins in the last 6, 50% form for them right now. They are 12th with 18 points on the board. Up against them, last time around, Premier League, West Ham with 1-0 wins at Craven Cottage. In fact, West Ham have got a nice run against Fulham at Craven Cottage, stretching all the way back to 2014. Of course, they're unbeaten at Craven Cottage. In fact, they're unbeaten against Fulham since 2018. Good description. But the odds right here, right now, we're looking at 11-8 is your Fulham, 5-2 is the draw. We've got 90-10 is your West Ham here. We've got 2-1 win in the picks there with James BCFC, who is chipping in there live. I've gone also with a win for the Hammers, just a squeaky 1-0 win, which is enough. And I'll keep them moving for another go for Europe. Meanwhile, this one's a bit of a zinger for Luton fans. Of course, up against the champions of Europe, Luton. It's Man City at Kenilworth Road. That's on Sunday. That's right, the 12th of the 10th of December. Never played each other. These two sides will be a first for record books. Luton on 25% form for them right now. Just 1 win in 6. They are 18th with 9 points on board. Up against City, just 1 win in 5 for Man City in all competitions and all venues. They're on 58% form for them at that moment. Of course, City on the back of a 1-0 loss to Villa. Prior to that, 3-3 draw against Spurs. Their 1 win was in the Champions League against Leipzig. Meanwhile, Luton, conceding 7 goals in the last 2 games combined. Not looking good for them at that moment. The odds right here are now 16-1 is your Luton Red Hot outsiders here. 7-1 on is your City, and 7-1 is the draw. I think Aston will beat Arsenal. We'll get to them in a minute. I'm going with a 4-0 win. Demolition job for City over Luton. James FC in the chat with a 3-0 win for the visitors as well. We're going to kick it off forward then to United up against Bournemouth coming at you on Saturday the 10th, Saturday the 9th of September. Now, these two sides have played each other 12 times, 2015, 9 wins for Man United, 2 wins for Bournemouth, and we've got 1 draw as well. Meanwhile, up at United, 3-0 win, their biggest, scoring 26 goals in 12 games. They've got 2.17 goals a game on average against Bournemouth. Up against Bournemouth, though, 1-0 win, their biggest, against United, scoring 10 goals in 12 games, 0.83 goals a game on average. Bournemouth, good form for them right now, 58% form, unbeaten in the last 4, winning 3 out of 4, 15 for the table with 16 points on the board. Against United, 58% form for them, also just one defeat the last 5. They are 6 with 27 points. A big win for them over Chelsea the other day. Meanwhile, last time around over at United at Old Trafford, it was a 3-0 win for Manchester United. Unbeaten against Bournemouth over the last 3, winning 3 on the spin. The odds right here right now for this one. We got Man United 22-11 on. They are red hot favourites for this one, 10-3. Is the draw. 19-4 is your away win. We got James BCFC in the chat live with a 2-1 win for United, aka the Glazers. I've also gone with United. I've got a 3-0 win to continue where they left off in midweek. Good week it will be for Ten Hag, facing the pinch at the moment. Meanwhile, Chris Wilder back at it again for Sheffield United up against Brentford at Bramall Lane this coming week. Finished with the 10 times, 2011, 5 wins for the Bates, 2 wins for the Bees, and 3 draws of course. Meanwhile, Sheffield United 2-0 win, their biggest over the course of those 10 games, 14 goals scored in those matches, 1.40 goals a game on average. Brentford 3-1 win, their biggest score, just 10 goals in 10 games. You can do the math on that one. Meanwhile, Brentford 50% form for them right now, won 3 and lost 3. They're 11th in the table with 19 points on the board. Against Wilder, just 1 win in 6, 25% form for Sheffield United. They are struck at the bottom of the table. They're 5 points on board with 20th in the table. Last time around, though, over at Bramall Lane was a 2-0 win for Sheffield United. They were unbeaten against Brentford over the last 6, picking up 4 wins and a couple of draws. They like playing Brentford. And the odds for this one, we're looking at it, it's coming at you on Saturday. It is 16-5 is your Sheffield United, 14-5 is the draw, 4-3 on is your Brentford. They are favoured here. 1-0 win for Brentford. Can see United beating Derby's record? I don't think so. I think Sheffield United will get the victory here. There were some signs, albeit a few, against Liverpool, that Sheffield United will rise up to the occasion for Wilder. I think they'll get a result here. This will be their new manager back. It's not going to last long, but it'll be a points in the bag. Meanwhile, Wolves, who are also on a bit of fire, a good bit of form for them at the moment. Against Forest, who are in trouble right now. Coming at you at Molyneux. They should have 30 times in 1993, 14 wins for Wolves, 7 wins for Forest, and 9 draws. Biggest win for Wolves, 4-0 win. They got 45 goals in 30 matches, 1.50 goals a game on average. Forest, though, 3-0 win. Their biggest, scoring 34 goals in 30 matches, 1.13 goals a game heading into this. Forest just 1 win in 6, 17% form for them right now. 4 defeats on the spin. I think Cooper could be staring at the sack if, of course, they get into the drop zone this in the next week or so. 16 in the table, 13 points on the board. Against Wolves, 13th there with 18 points on the board, 42% form for Wolves right now, 2 wins of the last 6. Last time around, over at Molyneux, it was a 1-0 win for Wolves back in October 2022. What are we looking at here? Yeah, meanwhile, the odds here, we've got 20-17 on for Wolves. They are favoured. We've got 35 is draw, 10-3 is your Forest. Forest could get something out of this, but their form is woeful and concerning. I'm going to go with a 1-0 win for Wolves on this one. James FC, the same 1-0 win in the chat. Of course, if you want to join in, now's the time to do it. We are looking forward to the next one. It is Everton, it is Chelsea, it's at Goodison Park. Has Sean Dyche got these boys that are singing a tree? I think a win here for Everton over Chelsea could really put the pressure on Pochettino, because this is the games that he should be winning. They should have 71 times in 1994, 15 wins for the Toffees, 33 wins for Chelsea, 23 draws as well, 3-1 win, the biggest for Everton, scoring 77 goals in 71 matches, 1.08 goals a game on average. Meanwhile, coming at you, Chelsea, 5-0 win, their biggest, scoring 116 goals in 71 games. We've got 1.63 goals a game on average. 58% for Chelsea right now, just 1 win in 4. They are 10th with 19 points on the board. Against Everton, who are 17th in the table. And if they had not had that 10-point deduction or whatever, they would be on 20 points above Chelsea and just 1 defeat in the last 6, 75% form. It does seem that the players are all chipping in for Dyche right here, right now. Just 1 defeat in the last 6. Last time around, though, over at Goodison Park, it was 1 win for Chelsea. That was back in August 2022. But the odds right here, right now, we are looking at Everton 21-10 for the victory here. 5-4 is your visitors. 5-2 is the draw here. I'm backing another surprise result here. 2-1 win for Everton. They've got the victory in teeth. They beat Newcastle this midweek. They're going to continue it with a decent result against Chelsea. That's right. Let's get into the next one. It is Spurs. It is the Geordies. It's over at the Fancy Pants Tottenham Stadium. Now, these two sides have faced 59 times since 1993. We've got 26 wins for Spurs, 24 wins for the Geordies, and we've got 8 draws as well. Big win for the hosts, 5-0 win. They got 94 goals in 59 games, 1.59 goals a game on average. The Geordies, 7-1 win, their biggest, scoring 91 goals in 59 games, and we've got 1.54 goals a game heading into this. Newcastle just 1 win, 1 defeat past 4. They are 7th in the table with 26 points on the board. Just 42% form for them right now. But it's Spurs winless in 5, 25% form for them heading into this as well. Last time around, though, over at the Fancy Matchday, it was a 2-1 win for Newcastle, who did the double over the Spurs last season, looking to continue where they left off. The odds here, 23-20 for the hosts here, 40-5 is the draw, 21-10 is your away win here. We've got a pick in the house. We've got a 2-1 win for Spurs, and that's James FC going with it. I'm also going with a 4-2-6 goal thriller in favour of Tottenham, bouncing back at long last, hopefully getting the win over Newcastle, licking their wounds from the result against Everton. And then we go to probably one of the stars of the show, if not the star of the show. It is Aston Villa hosting Arsenal on Saturday, December the 9th. Now, these two sides have played 56 times since 1993, but 9 wins for Villa, 33 wins for Arsenal, and 14 draws, of course. Unai Emery, good evening. Up against Arsenal, of course, the team that sacked him in his last Premier League adventure. Anyway, Villa, 3-0 win, their biggest score, 51 goals in 56 games, 0.91 goals a game on average. Arsenal, though, 5-0 win, their biggest 105 goals scored in 56 games, 1.88 goals a game on average. Arsenal 100% form for them right now, winning 6 on the bounce. All competitions now, all venues. They are top with 36 points on the board. Up against Villa, 92% form for them right now, unbeaten in the last 6 games. And their home run is, of course, 7-0 this season. They are third, 32 points on the board. A win here for Villa puts them right in the mix on this one, of course. I know Chase is going against it here. Last time around at Villa Park, it was a 4-2 win for Arsenal. Last time Villa won over Arsenal at the home turf was back in February 2021. Of course, the odds right here and now heading into this one, we do have Arsenal 11-10 for the victory, Villa 23-10 for the victory, and 35 as draw. So Arsenal are favoured here, but of course Aston Villa's home record is something else. We've got a 2-2 pick in the house. I'm going with also a 2-2 draw in this one, which will keep Villa's home form intact. It will keep Arsenal top of the table, and of course keep this title race well alive. And I do believe that should be it. Make sure you bang the old subscribe, because this is a recap of my picks. And of course, if I wasn't spot on the nose, this is what the table will look like. It'll be Liverpool at the top, alongside with Arsenal level on points, 4 points clear over City, who are level with Aston Villa, and Spurs just on the outside looking in at the top 4. Luton, Sheffield and Burnley going down. We love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. Recap of the link if you want to get involved, and of course don't forget to smash your subscribe, smash your thumbs up, and smash the little bell. Of course, we're back for more predictions early next week. Of course, next week is the start of the countdown as we head over to England in person for the first time in a long time. So the videos are going to be a little bit whack out there, but we'll see how we get on. But until then, subscribe, thumbs up, catch you later. But until then, keep on predicting, and of course, happy holidays to wherever you are in the world. But until then, I am tapping out of here.